Happy Pride Month, everyone. So, I don't usually make these kinds of videos, and I know it's getting towards the end of the month, but I really wanted to talk about something rather serious, and I've been trying all month to find the right words for it. Sorry about the text-to-speech voice, by the way. I am, as always, very autistic, and I don't like the sound of my own voice, but all the words you're hearing are written by me. I just want to be transparent about that. Anyway, I don't really get political on this channel, but if you're LGBT like me and you at all follow the news, I don't know if you're like me and you spend a lot of time doom scrolling on social media, but you've probably been seeing a lot of concerning news, especially about trans rights, but also just about the treatment of queer people and minorities more broadly, and you might find yourself feeling kind of worried for the future lately. Hang on, sorry, I know this is a bit of a tangent, but why does this game even have a minigun kill streak? Have you ever found it satisfying to use a minigun? They're just awful. I actually hate miniguns. No game should have a minigun. They're a net negative on the gameplay sandbox, and they're always really terrible to use. Anyway, back on topic. Maybe you feel hopeless and like the world is just going to hell and there's no future to look forward to, and I wanted to say a few words about that. Tell me if the following scenario sounds familiar to you. The current US president, who came to power after promising to pass federal anti-LGBT legislation, is now launching an illegal war in the Middle East and has the majority of the Supreme Court and Congress on his side and is rapidly expanding the power of the federal government and cracking down on dissent. What I'm describing to you is the year 2003, under the Bush administration. That was over 2 decades ago now, right? And it must have felt really hopeless to be queer back then. But think about all that's happened in the over 2 decades since. People back then had no idea that a decade later, gay marriage would be legalized in all 50 states. And in that decade, being gay went from being an unspeakable taboo to being largely accepted by society. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that things can, and will, get better. Trust me, people like us have been through much, much worse than anything that's happening now, and we're still here. People like us are still making friends, and falling in love, and living our best lives. And there might be struggles along the way, and adversity we need to fight through together, but we'll still be there on the other side. And there will always be things you can do to help out, whether it's volunteering and taking part in mutual aid networks, or just being a good friend to someone in need of support. There are millions of people just like you who want a more loving and accepting world, and as long as that's what you believe in, you will always have allies. It's the people who only care about themselves who will always be alone in the end. People who want a better world for everyone will always have partners in that fight, even if you may never meet them. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. It looks like I didn't get the nuke kill streak this match, but there's always next time. Sorry again about the text-to-speech voice. I hope you take care of yourself, and I hope you love yourself, and if you don't, then you can have some of my love. Oh, yeah, that minigun is garbage. Fuck miniguns.